Hello, welcome students. Today again we are going to start with the chapter 3rd, that is properties of natural resources. In the previous video you had learned about properties of air. In this module we are going to talk about properties of water. Let's recall. In the previous video we had learned about properties of natural resources, in which we had learned properties of air. In that we had learned that air has both mass and weight. Atmospheric pressure is defined as the force per unit area exerted against a surface by the weight of the air above the surface. Atmospheric pressure is same in all directions. Winds are an effect of the difference in air pressure. Air is useful as a medium for transmission of sound. In this module, we are going to learn about properties of water, and in next module, that is next video, we are going to learn about properties of soil. So first, properties of water. Children, water can flow very easily. It has the capacity of flowing. Water occurs in a liquid state at ordinary temperature. Let's recall, student, what are the states in which water is found? So, water is found in 3 states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. Now students, some pictures are shown here. What inference will you draw from these pictures? We can say that as water is a fluid substance, it can pass through small holes or seep through very small gaps or cracks. It can pass very easily through small holes we can see here. Water occurs in liquid state under ordinary conditions. Water is a fluid substance. Water does not have its own shape but have its specific volume. So, as shown here, water does not have its specific shape. It takes the shape of any container in which it is kept. To understand properties of water, let us do some experiments. Take a plastic bottle more than half full of water. Mark the water level on the bottle. Keep this bottle upright in the freezer for making ice. Open the freezer after a couple of hours and observe. You will see that the water has changed into ice. Now, after observing the level of the ice, you will find that ice level is higher than the water level before freezing. Now, student, what can you infer from this? So, we came to know that as water freezes to form ice, it expands and its volume increases. So, student, why does water expands when it freezes? So, as water freezes, the hydrogen bond, that is H2, push the water molecule further apart from each other, increasing the intermolecular space, resulting in expansion. You can see in liquid state, water molecules are closely held together by weak hydrogen bond. But as soon as on reaching solid state, hydrogen bond becomes stable, arranging the water molecule far apart from each other. So that is why the expansion takes place. On freezing, how much increase in the volume of the water? In what proportion it increase? So when water freezes, that means when water becomes in a solid form, the volume of ice that is formed is approximately 9%. How much larger? 9% larger than the initial volume. Initial means starting volume of water. But when the ice melts back to water, okay, जब सॉलिड से फिर से वो लिक्विड में होगा तो उसका वॉल्यूम एग्जैक्टली सेम होगा जो पहले वाटर का वॉल्यूम था, मतलब लिक्विड का वॉल्यूम था. सो let volume of water is 100 ml. For an example, let the volume of water is 100 ml. After solidifying, it will be 110 ml. 10 ml extra हो गया. After melting it will be 100 ml again. फिर से उसको मेल्ट किया तो वो वापस अपने सेम वेट पे आ जाएगा, that is 100 ml. Hence, decreasing 110 minus 100 is equals to 10 ml from 110 ml. Therefore, the decreasing percentage will be 10 by 110 into 100, that is 9.09%. तो इससे पता चला कि जो इंक्रीज हो रहा है फ्रीज होने के बाद में वो 9% इंक्रीज हो रहा है. Let us see some other activity based on properties of water. Take a bucket of water. Drop many different kinds of articles in it. Make separate list of the articles which sink in the water and those that float on it. Now take some water in a pot or a glass and add a few pieces of ice to it. Now see what is happening. So student, why do we see the ice float on water? As you can see, the ice is floating on water in the glass. So because ice is lighter than water, ice is lighter than water. When water freezes to form ice, it becomes lighter than the original liquid. When water freezes, that is when it transforms into the solid state, its volume increases. Therefore, the density of ice is less than that of water. That is why the ice floats on water. So student, whichever substance has a lighter density than water, then it will float on the water rather than it will sink. Means those who are heavier in density, it will sink in the water, and those objects which are lighter than water, it will float on the water. Now let us see numerically the density of water. The interrelation between the volume and mass of a substance. Student, volume means the amount of space that a substance or object occupies, and mass is a measure of the number of atoms in an object. So density is equals to mass upon volume. Mass is measured in grams and volume is measured in cubic centimeter. Hence, density can also be expressed as equals to gram upon cubic centimeter. Hence, gram upon cubic centimeter is the unit of density. Let us learn about anomalous behavior of water. Student, usually when the temperature of a substance is lowered, its density increases as the volume decreases. But water is an exception to this rule. As you can observe by doing an activity, keep a glass full of water in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes. Then take it out and observe it carefully. From which part in the glass does the water first start freezing? So student, you will observe that water freezes from top down, which allows ice to float because of its exception rule. The density of water is peculiar. Peculiar means special, or you can say it strange. When water at normal temperature start cooling, its density increases like that of most liquids. However, if its temperature falls below 4 degrees Celsius, its density start decreasing. This means that the density of water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. If the temperature of water is lowered below 4 degrees Celsius, its density decreases and volume increases. It means that water expands when the temperature falls below 4 degrees Celsius. This is called the anomalous behavior of water. So student, on the basis of anomalous behavior of water, now use your brain power and tell me that in cold countries, how do aquatic animals remain alive even after the rivers or lakes freeze in winter? So here is the answer. It is possible for aquatic animals to remain alive even though rivers and lakes freeze in winter, because not the whole water bodies freezes. In cold countries, the temperature of the water bodies decreases, as a result of which ice is formed at the top layer. Take a glass, fill it with water. Now, take a potato, place into the water. You will see that potato sink in the water. Now take out the potato and take a spoonful of salt and add into the water. Stir it until it dissolves completely. Now pick it potato and place it into the water. You will observe that potato floats into the water. When we add salt in water, the density of water increases and the potato floats on it. In this activity, the salt dissolves in the water in the glass, that is, it disappears. So student, what happens when it disappears like this? So when the salt dissolves in water, its particles spread in water. Slowly they become smaller and smaller. Ultimately they become so small that they cannot be seen. That is, they mix completely with water. This is what is called dissolving. So there are three kinds of substances. First is solute. The substance that dissolves, that is salt, is called solute. The substance in which the solute dissolves, that is solvent. And what we get when the solute dissolves in the solvent is called solution. You can see here solute is copper sulfate plus solvent is water. When we mix these two, we get a solution. A solution is made by dissolving a solute in a solvent. Now let us see uses of water. Water is useful for water transport due to its fluidity. Water falling down from height is used to generate electricity with the help of a generator. Generally, they are called as a power plant. Water is a good coolant and it is used in a motor vehicles to control the temperature of the engine. Student, water is a universal solvent because many substances are soluble in water. Water is used as a solvent in factories, laboratories, foodstuffs, and in various types of biological process occurring in the body such as digestion, excretion, etc. So, even every process which is occurring in human body, water is necessary. Then only the process will carried out. Water is useful for cleaning purposes such as for bathing, washing clothes, etc. So student, points to remember. Water does not have its shape but have a specific volume. Density is equals to mass upon volume. That is, the unit of density is gram per centimeter. Water expands when temperature falls below 4 degrees Celsius. The substance that dissolves is called solute. The substance in which the solute dissolves is called solvent. What we get when the solute dissolves in solvent is called solution. And the last is uses of water. So student, here a small assignment which you are going to do today is write any two properties of water. Define solute, solvent and solution. What is analogous behavior of water, and write uses of water. So student, save water and it will save you. Conserve water, conserve life. You never know the worth of water until the well runs dry. So on this great note, I would like to stop here. In the next video, we are going to learn about properties of soil. So student, if you like my video and you want me to make such an educational video further, so please like my videos, share it and subscribe my YouTube channel. Till then student, take care of yourself and don't let life slip down the drain. Thank you.